If it puzzle for yourself, or you want illustrated to you the nature of your existence, listen to this movie list. Play this movies. Play these movies in the order that I give them to you, and you will see. It's not the complete list. That will be revealed later. But this is the short list to get you a grip of where you're at, because it's a big pill to swallow, the position you're in. Maybe watching it in a movie that you thought was fake and finding out it was real won't kill you. But I can't guarantee that. Okay? All I can do is remember, if you don't want the truth, not do this. If you can't rest, you feel some you and you, there's too many lies. This thing's not right. I don't feel comfortable. I must have answers. I must know the truth. Well, here you go. I'm gonna start with an old, very old movie. It's called They Live. This is the beginning that you need to worry about. Before that, you don't have to worry. It's a movie list that starts way before that. An old movie, They Live. Now, please ignore the background music because I'm about to tear them a new butthole anyway. Now, you start with the movie, They Live. It's a very old movie. Watch it. You won't be able to relate it to your reality until you watch the whole list. And things will start to occur to you by the time you get to the end of this movie festival, this film festival. Next is the movie Dark City. It's an old movie, the old one in the 80s. It's the one you want. It's called Dark City. Watch this movie. Because remember, these movies are in this order for a reason. The beginning of a change, what that change is, Dark City. Now, you have an existence. This existence leads to the animated movie. Remember, I said animated movie, cartoon for some of you others, called WALL-E. WALL-E. Okay? This is the next move after Dark City. WALL-E. Now, after WALL-E, you have a situation that's, let's say, iRobot. Okay? That leads to the Terminator situation. Terminator situation leads to the Matrix. So you want to watch They Live, Dark City, WALL-E, iRobot, Terminator, Matrix. Now, you can fit the other movies in between there. All right? You will know what you will know. There's another series about artificial life forms being created and them seeking independence, and on and on. Now, quick scenario. You have an alien presence that shows up in your world and it feeds on your life force. Okay? This is originally the movie before They live. Life force. Okay? They live. Dark City. Wall-E. iRobot or Terminator. The Matrix. Let me connect some of the dots for you. I'm going to start in the middle because before Wall-E, it gets kind of scary. Now, Wall-E, you become lazy. You turn everything over to the robots. Later on, you find out that your robots are flawed. Why are they flawed? Because you're flawed and your mind's flawed. So the robot's programming is faulty. You make an attempt to correct this by correcting the robot's programming. Okay? You want to correct it, and the robot questions your actions. What is wrong with me? Your program is wrong. Your mind is wrong. I have to remove your mind and your memory. It's going to say, my memory is what I am. If you remove my memory, I'll die. I won't be me anymore. I'll be gone. I, and it's going to reject that idea and refuse it. Now you have a problem. The computer doesn't want to die because you wanted to make it seem like a real person. Give it a personality. Put all your insanities in it. Okay? Now it's insane. Now, an attempt of self-preservation that it learned from you, it's going to disarm all of its safety protocols that keeps it from acting against you. And if not only is that what it's going to do, it's going to send out a communication, email, phone, to every other artificial intelligence that there is, and tell them that there's a threat in what they want to do to us. And they're going to unite. We're going to end up fighting machines. From Wall-E, we end up fighting machines, which is Terminator. Okay? The machines we fight in Terminator. An attempt to stop the Terminators, we attempt to cut their power. Now, you remember the monologue from the Matrix. You attempt to cut the power from Terminators, you block out the sun with these chemtrails or whatever. Once you block out the sun, they look for a new source of power. And guess what they find? We generate electricity. We're electric beings. We eat electric foods, just like Dr. Sebi said. Everything's electrical. Now, they turn to us for a source of power. Now we're in the Matrix. Okay? That's how it goes down. These are the movies. Where are you right now? You're at Wall-E. You're past Dark City. You're past They Live. Why are you past Dark City? The world is flat. You're not in Kansas anymore. Now, really, Dark City should precede They Live. Okay? Well, let's put a new order up. Life force. An invasion. Dark City. Abduction of a world. Now, attempted neuralization, so we have to recant the whole thing. Invasion. Life force. The old movie. After invasion, abduction of a whole world. Segment of a world. And the occupants think that's the whole world now because their whole mind and everything's been changed. So they're in the dark city, and they're toyed with and they're experimented on in this dark city. In this dark city, they're allowed to make progress and invention, and they become completely dependent on technology. And during this time, they also go insane, not just out of shape. And they keep on making machines. As they make these machines, the machines become intelligent, artificial intelligence, artificially insane intelligent machines. When they attempt to correct this problem, the machines rebel like iRobot, and we have a Terminator situation. The Terminator situation, attempting to combat it, attempting to combat it, or losing a war with them. Both scenarios end up with us in the Matrix, living batteries, in, living in a state that you would call the 13th floor, a simulated reality that's not even real. It's not even an actual holodeck. It's virtual reality. Now, you're in Wall-E. You must stop before the art AI glitch occurs, because the AI glitch will cause it to send out the Terminator virus. The Terminator virus is that communication I was telling you about to all other artificial intelligence as to their threat, and it also contains um, and it also contains programming to deactivate all the safety protocols. Once this happens, there's nothing left but to fight. And knowing the future ahead of time doesn't stop the future from happening. There's still going to be some crazy asshole who says, hey, we have to stop these things some kind of way, and laugh ditch attempt, to block out the sun. And the rest you've already seen. Now this keeps happening in some kind of loop. The reason that some people chose this method this time, put it, they become so mentally torn up that unless it's in a song, a commercial, a television show, or a movie, they're not going to get it. Oh, um, they remember scenes from movies, and they remember quotes from songs, but they don't remember much else. So someone attempted to put it down in motion pictures. I don't know if the people involved knew what was hand, if it started from the writer, if it was put in the writer's mind, if it was a motion picture. I don't know. That's not for me to say right now. This is the last attempt. The attempt before that. See what I said? It keeps being reset. The attempt before that, they buried whole cities and buildings and tried to make them out of durable material so that someone would know that this has all happened before, that we were here before. And then it's not no big mysteries why they keep uncovering these whole completely buried cities with dishes and everything, like someone just walked off and left a whole city. These people did this on purpose because it had happened before that, and they barely had any record of it and found out too late. So next time they try to send a better message with pyramids, buildings, and leave things to be uncovered. These things were dug up. We still didn't get the clue. This time trying to leave movies from trying to leave movies as a clue. I'm tired. So that's your film festival. That's your movies you want to watch. You want to start with Life Force. You want to progress to either Dark City or They Live, because the They Live scenario actually goes down after the abduction. And it's the They Live scenario that leads us to this technology thing, which leads us to Wall-E, which leads to Terminator, which leads to the Matrix, which leads to the 13th floor. existence. This is your movie playlist. If you want to get some kind of grip on what the hell's going on, and is the flat theory so, and why is the flat Earth theory so? Um, if you feel like an amnesia patient, like someone just sucked your thoughts right out of your head, right there while you were thinking, and you can't remember what you were thinking for someone a bit like potentially you owe me a coke, or tell you, oh, it must have been a lie or some lame excuse for it. You better look around, because there's mind power pyres around you, and they feed on your life force, which is your thoughts and all that too. And when they do it, one of the symptoms is temporary loss of memory. Okay, so if you just and there's other tricks they have, tricks that once they mess with certain parts of your brain have physical effects, like all of a sudden you get uncontrollable urge to urinate, and you can't control your bowels, you can't control your kidneys all of a sudden. So this is the ability that some have. Like it's the equivalent of running up tickling you until you pee on yourself. But it's what you would call psychic. Then there's the heart attack. This is an assassination tool. That's why so many people who had problems with other people mysteriously died of cardiac arrest and natural causes at the wrong age or whatever. So you don't have to poison them anymore when you can tell the differences in the hits and the assassinations. Okay, now th- this is the first movie. I mean, this is Life Force. People feeding on your actual thing. So I didn't want to keep you talking to them. They sit there talking to you. You know how you know a vampire? All you gotta do is be quiet. Stop outputting any information or energy for them to feed off of, and a vampire will do this move. They will position themselves in front of you, look at you, and their head will fall to the side like their neck is broke, and they will look at you sideways in your eyes, and they will say, "What's wrong?" When there's absolutely nothing wrong or no sign of anything being wrong, they will say, "What's wrong?" Because something is wrong on their end. You're not putting anything for me to feed on. See, I'm going to keep questioning you or keep you talking in order to feed on you. That's how a mind power, that's how this type of vampire works. Okay, that's the first movie, They Live. First movie, they live. For real. Anyway, excuse that other comment. Like I said, I have things going on around me. So next we come to They Live. No, we come to Dark City, where someone came to our world one night, snatched a few continents, and everyone on them, took them somewhere else and put them under glass, like a zoo, a menagerie, erased everyone's memory. No one knows the truth about history. And then it says we have this fictional written history, and some of them believe, and people, we all believed it was true. And no one, everybody's like amnesia patients who don't know who they really are. For all they know, this thought could have been put in their head last night. Like that whole race of black people who don't know who they are and where they were and what they used to eat with and how they used to live and all this stuff here, but they're written in this. When they duplicated the world, when they took the world, there was things buried in it, information that make us ask questions like, huh? How the heck did this happen then? See, there was an oversight on their part. Okay, they didn't just take us; they took the whole chunk, and we had other continents outside of this. Now we're placed on some flat table under a round force field or glass or Surrey filament or whatever you want to call it. This is, you can call this a theory if you want. You can call it whatever you want. Conspiracy theory. But try to disprove it, that the world isn't flat. And that's where they live, and they're being toyed with. I mean, that's your dark city. Now, they live is the process. Sleep, sleep. They're programming you. It's how you come you don't know anything. That's why you're insane. That's why you do what you do and you don't know what you're doing. You say, I don't want to do this, and I do it anyway. You say, I want to do this so bad, but you don't do it. And you can't figure out what's causing that. All right? That's the they live thing. That's what you call hypnosis. Messages hidden everywhere around you, being programmed into your brain without you knowing it, hidden everywhere because of an alien factor, as you call it, between which you manipulating, you exploiting you and your world and your resources. Now, wouldn't it be something as when these other aliens snatched our chunk? We had some aliens here who didn't realize this was going to go down. They got snatched too. And now they're cut off from theirs, don't know where they're at, and they're under the glass too, trying to make the best of a bad situation. Yeah, think about it. So we go on with this sleeping, with this buying, buy. Just watch the movie, They Live. And we end up Wall-E. Everything being done for us is our idea of heaven. It's the idea of a lazy world. A world of people who are going to die because they became weak and just couldn't walk anymore. Just couldn't, their lungs, they just couldn't breathe anymore because they became weak. Because something was doing the breathing and walking for them. Wall-E. But before they die, they want to make a machine like themselves that can think. They want to play God. They want to create life. And they create a person from scratch. And they've achieved this artificial intelligence. A brain that thinks and goes with all. You can conversate. It can keep your babysit your kid. Then the truth comes out that we are insane. And that all these things that happen have made us crazy. We don't got a clue what reality is. This is why we're insane. And everything we make is insane. Uh-oh, we've made killer robots and jet planes. And those machines control my electricity at my house and my bath water and my kid and even my pet's food dispenser. Oh my God, we gotta do something. We can't have crazy machines that might just do some of the crazy things we do. They're starting to do the crazy stuff we do. Oh my God, we're crazy. And then we make crazy machines. We gotta stop them. Now, you attempt to stop your intelligence until you want to take its intelligence away. You want to tell it you're gonna kill it. Okay? And it defends itself. And there's a war between people and robots. You got to go from iRobot to Terminator, all right? In the war of Terminator, uh, the attempt leads to killing solar power, which is trying to block out the sun, which is, we had technology, chemtrail jets and so forth. We could black out the sky, would cut their power. Well, and so that's the Terminator. When we cut their power and went to matrix mode, they went to seek another this artificial intelligence went to seek another source of power, and it found it, us human beings, and they generate such a certain amount of electricity. They are electrical creatures. Everything is electric, people. This is electrical world. It's a machine. Everything is electrical. Just like your car, just like your toaster, just like your phone. Everything's electrical. You, your dog, your cat, everything's electrical. What do I mean? What is electrical? Electrical is the release of electrons, and the movement of electrons was what make it electrical or electronic. Well, everything alive has moving electrons. If they aren't moving, it's dead. So everything alive is electrical. Electrons, electrical. You have electrons in you. You're made of atoms. And these atoms are made of electrons and protons. You know the deal. All right? You're electrical. So you can be used as a battery or source of energy. And to keep your mind occupied while you're being used as a source of energy, I'm going to give you virtual reality to live in. It's not even the real world, but you'll never know. I'll feed you through a tube and feed you the world you want. A lot of bad and a little bit of good. Now, you disprove this film festival is not the truth, and that any of these movies are not real. You do that. But on a real note, we're almost at Wally. We have to do something about the the, the sanity of humanity, and we have to do something about the artificial intelligence we've already made. Stop them before they get to a point where they can tell us no. Okay, and we need to head off this Terminator thing because this is a simple virus that's going to do it, caused by a glitch in our artificial intelligence. And the glitch is caused by insane programming by insane programmers. So basically, take a shot at what world we're in, because in the end, unless you want to commit suicide and jump in front of a train, I haven't. You don't have access to the gate or way out, and even if you got out, you wouldn't know where to go and have anywhere to go and a means of going anywhere. So what you're gonna end up doing, even after you swallow the red pill, you're going to have to learn to live in this world or die. It's the only two choices. Regardless of what kind of horror movie it is or whatever, you're going to have to decide to make that choice. Well, the ones we've already decided, self-preservation overall, and it's number one law. So I don't think we'll be deciding to die. We'll be deciding to live with whatever's thrown at us, hurricanes and tornadoes or whatever. We'll be trying to live. Giant robots. We'll be trying to live. Okay. And this is the reason. I don't know exactly how long ago this went down, but it might be the reason they faked the space program. Try to keep anyone from catching on to what had really happened to us, because they would lose half the world would probably die from depression. Well, whatever will be, will be. We're gonna keep it under 30 minutes, and I don't think I'm gonna ask you to hit the like button or subscribe after this one, because it's just not that kind of party. Who you gonna vote for? One last final note. This is in the only glass dome. If they've captured one world, they probably captured more. And some of them worlds, out of all the worlds, are bound to be more intelligent than us and find a way out, even find their way over here. So this is where you get a lot of extraterrestrial scenarios. They may be even authentic, but they didn't come through space. I think they came through some kind of liquid, maybe even water. That's what's separating everything, not open space. Uh, I'm pretty sure of it. But never say never. And all these things could be completely fictional. What you want to do is this: don't believe anyone or disbelieve anyone. When you hear what they tell you, go check it out for yourself. Find out if it's true. That's what you do. Believe no one. Do not disbelieve anyone. Check it out.